There is a particular kind of failure that does not announce itself with a crash. It arrives softly, in the slow accumulation of days that feel the same in words left unspoken in the quiet compromise of a dream deferred. This is the world that Anton Chekhov brought to the stage, a world where time itself seems to slow down, allowing us to witness the subtle, almost imperceptible erosion of the human spirit. He did not write plays about grand heroes battling magnificent foes. Instead, his revolution was a quiet one, a whisper that fundamentally altered the sound and shape of modern drama. He turned the lights away from the spectacle, focused them on the shadowed corners of ordinary rooms, where ordinary people live with their small, persistent heartaches. He made stillness dramatic and silence eloquent. The traditional stage that Chekhov inherited was a place of heightened reality, a world of grand gestures, pronounced emotions. The melodramatic form depended on a clear moral universe. Characters were often archetypes: the virtuous heroine, the dastardly villain, the noble hero. The plot was a machine built to create suspense, shock, catharsis. It moved toward conclusions where good was rewarded and evil was punished. This was a theater of certainty. It gave audiences order and moral clarity. Chekhov dismantled this machine piece by piece. He saw not villains, but flawed, complicated people acting from perceived needs and deep insecurities. In his plays, there is no one to blame. The true battleground in a Chekhovian drama is not a field of war or a public square, but the silent, enclosed space of the human heart. The conflicts that matter are internal. His characters are defined by a vast and painful gap between who they are and who they wish they could be. They are people who desire deeply, for love, for meaning, for a different life in a different place, but are paralyzed by some internal force. It might be indecision, fear, a sense of duty, simple, soul-deep weariness. This inability to act, to bridge the chasm between desire and reality, is the central tragedy of their lives. This internal conflict manifests not in loud soliloquies or passionate declarations, but in what is left unsaid. Chekhov is the master of subtext. To build his world of interior drama, Chekhov developed tools that valued subtlety over spectacle. Chief among these was his revolutionary use of subtext. He understood that people rarely say exactly what they mean, especially about the heart. They talk around the subject, using everyday conversation as a shield. A character might comment on the changing weather, but the tone of their voice and the look in their eyes tell us they are really speaking about the fading of their own youth or the cooling of a once passionate love. The dialogue itself is deceptively simple. They speak in fragments, in non sequiturs and mundane chatter. They discuss real estate, the price of oats, a neighbor's odd behavior. When a moment of genuine honesty breaks through, it lands with devastating force because it is rare and hard-won. The simple, direct, "I love you, I have wasted my life." In many plays, time is just a container, a clock that ticks toward a climax. In Chekhov, time functions differently, not neutral. It is an active, relentless character acting on everyone. Time is erosion, not explosion. Days into weeks, weeks into years, wearing down ambition, cooling passion, fading dreams. Stagnation settles on estates and inner lives alike. The Cherry Orchard, a family estate headed for sale. Famous for its magnificent cherry orchard. Beautiful, unproductive, beloved. A portrait of a family, a class, a world on the brink. Lyubov Ranevskaya, paralyzed by nostalgia, unable to act. Gaev declaims to bookcases, offers no solution. Lopukhin, son of a serf, practical and forward-looking, proposes summer cottages, but the orchard must be cut. No villain, no triumph, only the sound of a distant axe. Uncle Vanya, personal stagnation made visible. Vanya has sacrificed decades for Professor Serebryakov. The idol is exposed as hollow. Vanya's sacrifice feels wasted. "I have wasted my life," a howl waking too late. Desires cross. Vanya for Yelena, Yelena trapped. Sonia loves Astrov, he is too tired to love back. Anger becomes sarcasm, drinking, one failed act of violence. They return to work, solace only in the promise of rest after death. Three sisters, Olga, Masha, Irina dream of Moscow. Their longing becomes a mantra, a beautiful, paralyzing illusion. They wait for life to begin, not seeing it is already happening. Dreams thin, Masha's affair ends, Irina resigns, Olga endures work. The soldiers leave, the sisters stay, a quiet collapse. Chekhov's suffering is cumulative, a slow, chronic ache. The unlived life, love unspoken, chances missed. I am in mourning for my life. Pain as identity. We shall rest. Not triumph, but shared endurance. Chekhov endures because he tells a fundamental truth. Lives are shaped by hesitation, by compromise, by the relentless, quiet passing of time. We fail in small increments, not taking the journey, not speaking the truth, waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. He gave these private failures a stage, redefining the dramatic. His influence threads through Tennessee Williams, Arthur Miller, and today's theater. Cinema learned his close-up, his silent moment, his drama of thought. He taught us to watch and to listen differently, to find significance in a pause, meaning in a glance, heartache in the weather. Do not judge his fumbling characters. Recognize yourself in them. He offers no easy answers, only the consolation of shared humanity. A drama of the soul, quietness, small gestures, deep feeling. He shows tragedy in lives where nothing much happens, and courage in the choice to endure. Chekhov reshaped modern theater by centering interior life, emotional realism, and ambiguity. He made subtext, silence, and everyday talk reveal deep psychological truth. He showed time as a force that erodes hope and exposes self-deception. He portrayed suffering not as explosion, but as a slow, numbing persistence. He rejected melodrama, heroes, and neat endings. He focused on ordinary rooms and ordinary people. Dreams remain distant. Life must go on. No victory, only work, and the hope of rest. Change arrives without villains, often with a quiet, sorrowful finality. Chekhov endures because he shows how we fail, not through catastrophe, but through hesitation, through compromise, and through the quiet passing of time. Anton Chekhov, the foundation of modern dramatic realism. Listen to the silences. They are where the truth lives.